Gaffer, another point on the road.
Yeah, might turn out to be a good point in the end. Obviously we wanted to come here and try and get 3, but thought it was a tough game. It was a battle, pitch, really hard, really firm. Obviously with the conditions, the ground was done brilliant by the way to get the game on, so fair play to him for that. But yeah, it was just a bit of a slog. Wasn't too many clear-cut chances in the game, but yeah, we come out of it with a clean sheet, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, there's a couple of unusual things really. One is that we actually haven't kept a clean sheet for a little while, so that was a great positive. We also don't fail to score very often, and we did that today. So 0-0s is not something we have very often.
No, we don't know, but yeah, I think the clean sheet is a major positive because, I say, it's been a little while and it was a tough game today. Their forward players are their best assets in the team. All 4 of them are a threat who started the game today, plus they've got Ironside on the bench as well, who's a good player at this level. So yeah, the lads defended really well. Thought for the first 15-20 minutes it was tough. We were on the back foot a little bit, but once we settled into the game and got to grips with it, thought we were good. Limited them to very few chances. Michael made a real good save, I think, late on in the second half. So, but yeah, a clean sheet is really good and something for us to build on.
And it was a clean sheet with a slightly tweaked formation as well today.
Yeah, we just felt that going a back 4 here today was probably the best option. So Matt Butcher done brilliant, stepped in again. He was going to play in midfield, but actually the injury that we had to Brendan Galloway in the week made our mind up that Butcher had to play left back, and he done great. So as I say, their front 4 are good, and if we've got players who are man for man against them, then they all defended really well.
There's a change at half-time. You put on Danny Mayer for Mikael Miller. First of all, great to see Mikael starting in a league game. The thinking behind the half-time change, was that a little bit as well? Obviously, it gives you 3 windows in the second half, but the fact that Danny could try and get himself into the game as well?
No, we had to bring him off because Mikael just said he felt a little bit tight in his hamstring, so we probably might have done that after 60 minutes maybe anyway, because Mikael's not played much football, but yeah, he was just saying he just wasn't sure on his arm. He don't know whether it's the conditions and cold, I don't know, whatever, but yeah, just more of a precaution. But Danny did okay when he come on the pitch, had a good chance, and I think if he hits the target, probably goes in. But yeah, as I say, it's a battle on point. Not a brilliant, fantastic performance that we'll remember for years, but it's another point in the right direction, another good one away on the road.
And I guess these games can end up going a bit one way or another, and I imagine that comes into your thought with the subs as well, because you want to go for it and you want to win, but at the same time, if you push on and let one in, you're going to feel bad about it. So in the end, you've got to hedge your bets a bit.
Yeah, maybe, but we wanted to try and win the game. Thought the substitutions, Niall Ennis, was a positive one. Comes on and he's a bit different to Sam, so thought their lads at the back dealt with the aerial balls that we had to play quite well. So Niall gives us something different, and then Barley later on trying to get him on the pitch, and Dan Scarr has to come on because he gives us a bit more height from set plays. So yeah, one of them. We tried everything to try and win the game. They made 2 great blocks. I think I remember Morgan, one from a cross in the second half, and that goes in and we win the game. And Macaulay had one in the first half that I don't know how the referee didn't give it as a corner, because it was a great bit of defending again. So, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. We'll move on.
We wanted to finish on a bit of a positive as well, because you just mentioned Dan Scarr, but he came on for the last few minutes there, and it's another player that we've got back into action again, which is always a good thing.
It is, yeah, and it's important because we haven't got a big squad. So we had an injury again midweek with Brendan. It's not going to be good news on that one, we don't feel. So yeah, getting Dan Scarr back in is good. Danny Mayer looks like he's getting up to speed. Mikael Miller, hopefully he's alright. So yeah, we'll just get through these next few, and then as soon as January comes, hopefully we'll go and strengthen.